welcome alongside me Craig Tanner. Good evening, Craig.
Thank you very much for having me.
Great to see you. Of course, we'd rather see you out there on the pitch doing what you do so well and what you were doing so well before your season was rudely interrupted. I know there hasn't been an official announcement yet, so over to you. What can you tell the Shots fans about what happened?
Yeah, basically there's been a hell of a lot of rumours going around, and a lot have been very untrue. I think people are saying I'm getting moved to Liverpool, I've had my leg chopped off, I'm having operations, and if that's the case, I wouldn't really be recommending going to see them as a doctor, but if they get me moved to Liverpool, then I'd be very happy if they're my agent. So overall, no, it's nothing too major, just one of them standard injuries you sort of get in training, unfortunately. I was defending for once, which is a rarity, and that sort of teaches my luck. So next time I think I'll leave it to my right side, strong side partner, George Fowler, and looking to hopefully be back sort of mid to late January, really. So nothing really too major.
That's encouraging news, and I know an awful lot of Shots fans have wanted to know what the situation is with yourself. We've got a little bit of an issue with misting here in the commentary box again. Thankfully the monitor's okay. I might have to break it to Craig that in a minute he might have to get up and just wipe the windows a little bit. But meanwhile the sides are out. Let's tell you that both teams are unchanged, and that's fascinating really, because both teams won, and won in good style on Saturday, albeit the Shots were hanging on a little bit at the end. And it's an old adage in football, don't change a winning team, but it's an interesting one, because in this modern age of football, where a lot of intensity is required, it takes a brave manager to make those changes. They've both gone the same again. What do you think?
Well, me personally, I'm all for when you're winning, you don't want to change the team, you don't want to disrupt it. You know, people are forming partnerships. I think, look at our midfield three on Saturday, especially Toby Etzer first half. I think he was brilliant. So the more balance you have in the team, and the more sort of continuity you get, the better it's going to be.
Well, we're underway here already at the EBB, and quickly Cody Lyons-Foster does well to win a ball back, but then he's shaken off, and a cross comes in low to the left-hand side of the area. Halifax get a shot away, and I think it might be James Rowe that's got that away. Yeah. Diving header in front of his goalkeeper. So the keeper behind him, Brad James, has been performing heroics at times in recent games. He didn't have to there, because James Rowe put his body on the line, and that's the sort of commitment you want in the first 30 seconds, Craig.
Yeah, I think Cody would be disappointed he didn't win that sort of tackle. That's very much unlike him, but Rowe's read the situation well, got across, and he's done well to stop Brad really being pulled into action early doors.
So we're still in the first minute here at the EBB. You're listening to Rob Worrell and Craig Tanner. Harry Paniati trying to hold the ball up, but it's quickly snaffled from him, and Halifax go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Sam Johnson. The Shots then unchanged this evening. In goal, Brad James, a back four left to right of OG, Lyons-Foster, Phillips and Fowler, and then Rowe, Rees and Edser in midfield, with Betema, Paniatu and Candy the front three. 9, 10, 11 on the back of their shirts. And here's Shadrach OG just coming over halfway now, tries a long diagonal ball out to the right. Chico Caddy takes it down on his chest, just finds a little pocket of space. George Fowler is on the move outside of him. Early cross comes in from Fowler, and it's straight into the grateful arms of Sam Johnson. One of those goalkeepers, a little bit like Mitch Walker, that seems to have been around and playing at this level for a long time, and he's certainly one of the more consistent, reliable goalkeepers at this level. Yeah,
I think George would be a bit disappointed with that. I know he's working really hard on his cross, and it's something that, when we were out there together, we were working on training. So for him, he'd be disappointed with that, but no, hopefully it'll get a bit better, and we can really put Sam Johnson under some pressure.
Give you the Halifax lineup in just a minute. OG comes forward as a slip in the Halifax defence. Paniatu picks the ball up, cuts inside, wins himself a free kick. Pretty central.
What an area, what an area.
What an area, exactly. The team, at the time you were playing, we were giving away too many silly free kicks in and around the area. It has tightened up lately, hasn't it? And Halifax guilty of it there.
Yeah, for sure. I know Mo's going to try and get on this. He's a hard man to try and get off the ball when it comes to free kicks. I'm not going to lie, I've been in that situation, but Toby's got the ball, and I'd expect him to probably take it.
I can remember you actually having that very same discussion just before you popped that one in the top corner at Eastleigh, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think the game before that he had one. I wasn't overly impressed that he took it off me. So I think when it went to East, I just gave him a stern look, and I think he knew then.
Well, Rose there, Eds's there, and Betham's there for the benefit of our online listeners, and for those watching on TV live from a Halifax point of view, we'll give you a team in just a moment. And the more detailed commentary, of course, because we're doubling up with online commentary. I think James Rowe looks
he's going to hit it.
Set for this. He is indeed. It's not a bad strike at all. And you could tell by the dive of Johnson that he wasn't sure that was going wide, and it didn't go very far wide. It was a nicely struck kick from James Rowe.
Yeah, Rowe's got that sort of capability. He's a very technical player, and, you know, for me personally, I want to see more of him do that, because he does have that sort of ability. So it's on him, really, to really start performing that on a regular basis, especially with now Alfie out the team. It's a chance for Rowe to come in.
OK, Sam Johnson's going to take the goal kick. 0-0 here, 3.5 minutes in. I'm reliably informed by the gentleman just outside the commentary box here from the Halifax Courier that it's a 3-4-1-1. 3-4-1-2, beg your pardon. In goal, Sam Johnson. A back three, the skipper in the middle, Niall Maher, Neil Byrne and Tom Bradbury, the three centre-backs. Danny Williams, lively winger, we'll keep an eye on him on the left side. Jeff King on the right, and then Luke Summerfield, very, very established footballer at this level. Martin Woods in midfield, and then Kieran Green playing behind Niall Bell, who's on loan from Stockport, and Jake Hyde. Shots coming down the right wing now. Fowler's made a bit of room to get his cross in. He'll be a little bit happy with this one because it's come off of the Halifax defender for a first corner to the shots, which Rowe's going to take, Craig.
Yeah, I'm a big believer of in-swinger on your first corner. Really just stick it on top of the goalkeeper as much pace as possible and see what he's sort of made of leading. But Rowe's going to go for an outswing, and I'll be aiming for Cody, really. Players
lined up, bit of a bus stop queue inside, and it's off an Aldershot head, but I think then Reese just gets a touch on it and it'll go behind for a goal kick. A few other matches taking place, of course, tonight in the National League. Two of them early kickoffs, and would you believe, in both of those games, debutants have scored in the opening minutes. So we just talked off air a little while ago about James Rowe at Chesterfield signing Joel Taylor, a left-back. He's only gone and scored on 39 minutes. That was an early kick-off. So Chesterfield 1-0 up at Sutton, who are flying in second place in the league. And Hartlepool United, well, they signed Luke Armstrong just 2 days ago, and he scored 22 minutes into his debut as well. They lead Kings Lynn Town 1-0. Here at the EBB, 5 minutes gone now. It's goalless. And referee spotted another little infringement. In fact, I haven't told you who the referee is. It's Aaron Jackson. This is his third National League game this season. Just the princely sum of 9 yellows in his first 2 games and no reds.
I think we started quite well here, Rob. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Both sides, of course, coming into the game on the back of a win. Halifax on the back of 2 5-goal wins with different scorers in every single one of those 5 goals in each game. And in fact, they've had 11 different players score for them this season, which is only equalled by Torquay. Rowe takes it short into the left channel, finds Chico Candy. He's quickly marked by 2 Halifax players, but he beats them both, gets to the byline, chips it in. Header comes in from Giles, and it's caught underneath the bar by Sam Johnson. What a lovely move there from the free kick, and Giles Phillips very close to his first Aldershot goal.
That's what Chico's about, and for me, he needs to do that more. He's got such ability in the 1v1. He's strong, he's quick, he's direct, and I'm getting into him in the dressing room at the moment because I want to see him produce more and certainly add goals to his game, because he had that chance at Dagenham, which, you know, I told him I was disappointed he didn't score with. So he started well today, and he's done well. He's created something out of nothing there.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful goal up at Altrincham the day that we found that all of a sudden you weren't in the squad. To ultimately win it. It was a 2-1 for Shots. Shots just 1 defeat in 6 now, and looking a lot more resilient as they've had to be, having lost the potency that the man alongside me was bringing to the side in the early games of the season. 3 goals, 5 assists, I think was the tally at the time, wasn't it?
Something along them sort of lines, yeah. I think I was happy with how it came. Obviously, when I signed for Aldershot, I was really chasing fitness and confidence in my body due to long-term injury, and, you know, it's just been unlucky where I got back, started feeling fit, COVID came in, and then obviously this. So it's been a bit of a tough few years football-wise for me, but I'm happy that my form still sort of continued throughout it.
Good stuff. A little bit of a midfield skirmish going on at the minute. Reese lifts the ball over the top. It's chased by Candy. Manages to get the ball in. It will stay in, will it? No, it's just gone out of play. 7.5 minutes gone here at the EBB. It's goalless between 13th place Aldershot and 15th place Halifax Town. They've both played 11 before tonight. The Shots have got a couple more points, and they're a couple of places ahead, as I've just said. It's a bit of a sort of a damp dry tonight here in North East Hampshire, just above freeze, about 2 or 3 degrees. No extreme weathers though. There's nothing wrong with the conditions out there.
George needs to tuck in. George, tuck in.
Yeah, and it's picked up by the Halifax number 39, Niall Bell. Plays it back to Jeff King. King into the middle to Martin Woods. And Woods finds Luke Summerfield, who we last saw at Wrexham. Cross comes in from wide, chested down, offside given. And Cody Lyons-Foster was there to block it anyway, the shot from Niall Bell. Interesting one, Niall Bell coming in. His record at Stockport, 9 goals in 35 games, which is not too bad, but such is the quality of the players they've been bringing in that he's had to come out on loan to get some regular game time.
Yeah, it's a strange one, really. You'd like to have thought he'd be in and around the squad, really, with that sort of record, but, you know, it's on really Ahmed. We've got to really keep tight to him, really, especially if he's playing off the front.
The striker up there, of course, with him is Jake Hyde, and Jake Hyde we know from the Woking spell, where he was quite prolific last year, 16 goals, really, really good presence from him, but he's moved up north. Surprising one. I don't think a lot of people saw that move coming. He's 30 years old now, and I dare say the security of a 2-year deal as well plays its part, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think especially in these sort of times, there's a lot of talented players still looking for clubs, and when you get offered a 2-year deal at the age of 30, I think you really got to look after your family and yourself in that scenario.
Halifax play the ball out to the left-hand side, but they can't keep it in. It was a bit of a loose ball from Jake Hyde, the man we were just talking about. Quickly taken throw in by George Fowler, finds Edsa. Edsa plays it back to Josh Rees, and Aldershot attacking now centrally. Ball doesn't quite come off, and Halifax will come away with it. Chike Candy and Edsa battling away to try and win the ball back, and the ball is back with Martin Woods.
Ex-Scottish, played up in SPL.
Scottish, yeah, 34 years old now, 17th season as a pro.
Yeah, no, I actually know Woodsy quite well. Played against him quite a few times up in Scotland. He was at Partick Thistle and I think St Johnstone before.
Great win by Phillips, Giles Phillips, and Edson now feeds Harry Panamati on the right-hand side. Cross comes in, and it's cleared right in front of his goalkeeper over his own bar by the Halifax number 2, Jeff King. Again, what I really like about this current Aldershot Town side and the potency is that what I really like is that they're moving, especially on Saturday and tonight, moving the ball from one end of the pitch to the other on the floor, 3-4 passes, and then bang. And that has got to be the standard. They've got to try and keep on.
Yeah, I think you've got to get at them quickly, especially if they got 3 at the back.
Yeah, corner comes in from Rowe, headed away. Held up now and played up towards halfway, where Hyde will win it and does really well to bring it under control, but he's quickly shut down by 3 Shots players. Then a ball over the top from Halifax is too strong. That'll go past everybody. Yeovil Town, who I think I'm right in saying still haven't won in the National League this season. They're 1-0 up at Bromley. That's a tough place to go, so they'll be they will be delighted with that start. Question from Tim Shots. Rob, please, can we establish what part of Craig is injured, please? I thought we'd said, but if you didn't catch it, here's Craig to tell you again.
Yeah, it's just took an open up to the knee, really, so it's nothing major. And yeah, looking forward to getting back, and hopefully he can leave Rob on his own for a while.
I'll always find somebody, Craig, but I'm delighted to have players of the quality and articulation. That's a great ball through. Harry Panagatu, who's in on the right-hand side of the area, squares it across. It's a bit of a cross-come shot.
He's dragged that for
me. And he has. It's gone directly behind. He has dragged it wide. He had a goal on Saturday, but 2 or 3 other opportunities as well. I think the decision really there from the angle was possibly to pull the ball back. What do you reckon?
I don't know. For me, I'd back H there to at least work the goalie. I'm quite disappointed with him there, and I think he'd be disappointed with himself. I think he's definitely got to go across goalie, and because if he does work the goalie, he saves it. Mo's there to tap it in, but he's got to hit the target.
Okay, there's an Aldershot Town player down in the middle, and there's an Aldershot Town player down in the middle, and it's George Fowler. So we'll keep an eye on that. And oh, no, nice one. We'll just change Greg's headphones over for him so he can hear. Can you hear okay through that?
Beautiful, beautiful.
That's lovely. Okay,
That's better.
Thank you very much indeed, and thank you, Ben. Get a little shout out for that. Thank you.
Cheers, Ben.
Right, James Rowe is going to take the free kick. It's not too far inside the Halifax half. George Fowler's just limping away a little bit. Hope it's nothing too serious. He's still on the pitch. Pinged really deep from Rowe. It's missed by a couple of Halifax players jumping for the ball, and it's going to be just running out of play on the far side. I think there may be just a little bit of contact off one of those Halifax players, and the shots have a throw. And no doubt we'll see Shadrach Oji appearing into shot here. We persist in the team with the long throws, despite not having the greater height and physicality, and we haven't scored from one yet. So it's an interesting one, isn't it?
Well, what's the betting that he goes when we score from this now?
I hope so. That would be the ultimate commentator's curse. I'd be happy with that. I want to get the monkey off the back and say that we have scored. In it comes, headed on by a Halifax player. Chico Candy tries to bring it down. It's cleared again, only as far as Edsa. Edsa spreads the ball out to Oji. Just lays it back. First time ball in from Edsa. It's on target, but just a straightforward catch, really, for Sam Johnson. Cody Lyons-Foster was arriving. Johnson's not happy about something.
No, I think Cody's left a little bit on him. But I don't mind that from Cody. I think Shad's got the smallest, longest throw going, hasn't he?
Yeah. The shortest, longest throw. Yeah, that's it. Brilliant stuff. The ball went all the way through to Brad James. He's fed Shadrach Oji. He's got the ball at his feet. And it's cut out by Halifax. And at the moment on the ball, nice ball around the corner from Luke Summerfield. And then a ball attempting to break the Aldershot lines, and it's nicely cushioned into the path of Woods, who's going down the right-hand side now. Pulls it up. Shot comes in. It's cut out by Giles Phillips and cleared by Foster. Aldershot looking to get the ball under control. Was there a foul there on Edson? No, nothing given. No, beautifully just stroked back into his path first time from Giles Phillips, and Phillips sets Edsa away. Not okay. Edsa and Bettimer just getting a little bit of crossed wires there as Mo Bettimer burst inside, and the attempted pass went straight into touch. But that's okay. It's not always. They're not always going to be on the same wavelength.
No, I think Mo's got to stretch him there. If Toby's running towards him, stretch him a bit longer.
Good win from James Rowe on the floor. Wins a foul as well. And he's settled down a bit on this. I mean, I say this spell in the side. It's only a game and a bit in. But I think Rowe got booked 4 games running. I think he's been criticised as, you know, can he play that role? Does he tackle enough, win enough of the ball? And I think he might have over-tried in those games.
Yeah, for me, definitely. I think he just tried a little bit too hard and didn't play maybe his natural game at times, and especially the last game. And then looking at the start of how he started this game, he's settling more into that role, which is good to see.
Well, Weymouth, who were struggling and of course lost to Halifax, conceding 5 goals on Saturday, have taken the lead against Dagenham and Redbridge, who of course were here on Saturday. That free kick, by the way, for the benefit of our online listeners, went harmlessly behind the goal. Goal kick to Halifax now, chested down nicely by Jake Hyde, and his hold-up play has impressed me already.
He looks key for them, doesn't he?
He does. And now Halifax just coming across the middle, spreading the ball around nicely. They've got a little spring in their step and a bit of confidence. That's a nice ball to Danny Williams, who switched wings here, and plays the ball inside to Niall Bell. Halifax patient in their build-up, just enjoying a bit of possession in the shots half, but not really threatening at the moment. Summerfield with a ball to the wing, and Williams can't keep that in. And, well, from a defensive point of view, Shots did their job there.
Yeah, terrific shape, I think. If you can't win it back early, just drop into your shape, cut off the passing lines like we did there, and let them make the mistake.
Keep an eye on those other games in the National League. Right here, we are 17 minutes in now, and it's goalless between Aldershot Town and Halifax. Hartlepool ahead against Kingsley, and Sutton behind against Chesterfield, and Yeovil ahead at Bromley. Rhys Murphy with his 4th goal of the season. There's a ball over the top, should be easy for Giles Phillips. He wins it, cushions his header down into the path of Candy. His clearance is blocked, and on this far side it'll be picked up by Jeff King. King up against Oji, and he comes back onto his left foot to the edge of the area now, shoots, half cleared, and then once again it's James Rowe that gets it away. But Halifax got good shape here. They win the ball again with Jeff King, swinging it into the air. It's quite long. Woods, I think, out there will chase. Bell and Hyder in the middle if they can get across in. And then lot of passes, lot of possession for Halifax. It's then won by George Fowler. Can he find an Aldershot shirt? No. He's picked up by the number 6, Tom Bradbury. 22-year-old, ex-York. Another one who's played up in Scotland for Dundee.
Has he?
He has. It must have been while you were down here.
Must have been.
Yeah.
A good record against Dundee, actually.
And am I right in saying you played a full season in the Scottish Premiership with Motherwell and got 9 goals?
Yeah, 9 goals, 8 assists.
There you go. Didn't have your assist stats. Here's Halifax building nicely on the edge of the area, but then it's played back to Brad James, who just clears his lines and finds touch. 18 and a half minutes gone. If you joined us late, both sides are unchanged, and you're listening to Rob Worrell and Craig Tanner here, the Aldershot Town winger, who's joining me for the whole match today. And it's goalless as we approach the 20. That's a lovely spread out to the left-hand side for Halifax. They're going to come back with a deep cross. 2 men at the far post. It's headed back in. It should be a routine catch for Brad James. And this is a great move, isn't it, for someone like Brad James? He's at a big club in Middlesbrough, but he's come down here with the opportunity to put the shirt straight on and keep it if he can. He'll need to keep his standards up with a goalkeeper of the quality of Mitch Walker, but his start has been very, very good, hasn't it, first 5 or 6 games? Yeah,
I think especially as a goalkeeper, you know, Mitch didn't have a great start, and he was the first to admit that, and Mitch is probably the nicest guy in football I've ever met. But Brad's come in and he's kept the gloves and he's kept the shirt and he's pulled off some terrific saves. So he knows Mitch is chomping at his heels, and it's good to have that sort of competition in them areas.
Josh Reese spreading the ball out to the right-hand side for Candy. He's going one-on-one against his man. He's not going to beat him on this occasion. He's going to foul him, trying to get it back. Prior to that, though, ball in the centre, not too far from the edge of the area. And I think it was Edsa went in there. He had a foot right up in his face, and the referee chose not to give a free kick there. Interesting. I think the referee today, a bit like the one on Saturday, looks as if he wants to let the game flow.
Yeah, I think we've played a few games this season where the ref wanted to be a bit of centre of attention. He was very card happy, whistle happy. So it's nice to actually have a ref which will let the game flow for both sides to hopefully make an entertaining game.
Good evening to Tony Matthews and Susan King, listening at home back in St Neots. They are, of course, known to me because I also live in St Neots. That is the full Aldershot Town St Neots fan club. Not quite true, because my son's listening as well, Matt Worrell, and he'll want Aldershot to win tonight, that's for sure. So Halifax coming forward. Good-headed winner by Fowler, helped on by Reese, flicked on by Paniatu, into the path of Bettimer, who holds it up now, turns, tries a shot from distance, and it's spilt. And Halifax try and pick it up. They've lost it again, and Edsa's got it. Edsa lacked a little bit of composure and sliced his shot behind. He was only 8 or 9 yards out to the right-hand side of the goal. 2 mistakes there from Halifax, and bottom line, Craig, Aldershot haven't punished him.
Yeah, he's got to do a lot better there, Toby, especially on his left foot. He's got probably one of the best left foots in the team, and he's got the capability there, and he's going to be disappointed. I think he's got the capability really to be hitting that hard and low. So, but the main thing is he's getting in them opportunities. He's got a great engine, and I think against Dagenham he made them great third-man runs off H. He's made another one there, and hopefully get some more chances. But we've had some big chances already, really, haven't we?
Yeah, I've
H and Tobes.
Yeah. Rose free kick, of course. Candy's cross and Phillips heading wide, and Harry Paniatu shooting wide and Edson wide. In terms of the rest of the play, defensively and in the build-up, it's been very good again from Aldershot Town, but they'll be looking to try and break that his Bettimer almost in the same position as he scored from Saturday. This time he goes for the cross, but it's headed away. And Halifax should get out now. They're in their own half. Danny Williams in a bit of a tight spot, but a good ball. He finds Woods. And Woods can't find an easy pass yet, but in it comes now. Brad James comes out, and he does well. Catches it. A little bit of a slide on it as well. Almost slid out of the air with it in his hands.
He's done very well there.
He has done extremely well, and there's no doubt at all that the way he plays and the way Danny Searle wants him to play is to be a bit of a sweeper keeper, and it's a very symptomatic of modern football, isn't it? Goalkeepers coming out very, very quickly off their line.
They start a lot of play these days, to be fair, especially look at higher up. Allison, Edison start the play.
Handball by Jeff King there. He's complaining it's his shoulder. Referee says no. His 12th club, Jeff King. And would you believe in the other 11, he has not played more than 10 games for any of them. this is the first side of the club that have really believed in and played him week in, week out. He's got a 2-year deal here. He's had a red card already this season, but
he must have Dynamo as his agent if he's getting that many clubs off that little games. And then a 2-year deal. Cool. Fair play. 2
Kings here last season. I watched Cameron King playing the playoff eliminator at Boreham Wood, but he's now moved on. James Rowe with a free kick to the edge of the area. It's headed on by Phillips and then headed away. Oh, shot comes in from distance on the volley from Giles Phillips. Very ambitious. Probably once in a season, maybe once in a lifetime for a centre-back. They fly in, don't they? But it's another effort, albeit off target, for the shots. That's their 5th one in the opening 23 minutes.
Started really well, actually, taking the game to them, pressing high. And for me, I think we might really cause problems. If they're playing 3 at the back, I think Chike and Mo need to play on the up front as more of a flat 3.
Do you personally like it when you're playing, when they play with a 3? Or does you just got a way of adapting whichever it is?
To be honest, I don't really pay much attention. I just
try and play your own game.
Just play football.
Football's a very simple game, complicated by many.
Very, very true.
Good evening to Stevie Aspinall, listening in while he's watching Runcorn Linnets versus Morpeth Town in the FA Trophy first round. Here come Halifax down the left-hand side, but the ball's in touch. It'll be a throw in to the shots. Hartlepool have doubled their lead against Kings Lynn, who, well, they're finding things a little bit difficult just now. They gathered a fair, reasonable amount of points in their first season at this level. It's the second back-to-back promotion for Kings Lynn. And it's not going to be easy, is it, this season?
No, it's definitely not, especially in the circumstances. But there are against Hartlepool, probably up there with Notts and Stockport to go up, really.
OK, there's a little bit of space for Jeff King inside the Aldershot half on the touchline, but Mo Bettimer's back, tracking back for the team. He does it so well, as does Candy on the other side, and Fondop when he was playing prior to that. Very, very important, I think, for those forward players in the wide roles that they play their part in the defensive shape as well.
Yeah, I know.
Out of possession.
Yeah, me and George have had many of, let's say, disagreements about that because I don't massively like tracking as much. But, you know, if he helps me going forward, I'll only help him coming back.
Here's Bettimer holding the ball up on halfway.
Switch is on. This is what I mean with Chike's position.
Yeah, and it's just bending the wrong way there, but you're absolutely right.
On the transition, if Chike and Mo can get behind the wing-backs and one-on-one with the full-backs, that's I think, where we're going to win this game.
Dagenham have equalised at Weymouth this evening. Another question from Tim Shots. Could you ask Craig about his early days in football, please? I think he was born local to Aldershot. Go for it while we're on the goal kick.
I was actually born in Aldershot, but lived in Camberley my whole life until I went to play for Plymouth, and then went to the top of the country and played for Motherwell.
There you go. All done in 20 seconds, in which Aldershot Town have won the ball back with Cody Lyons-Foster. He spreads the ball to Shadrach Oji. Oh, that's a lovely ball, and Paniati's in it. He's fouled or tripped. He was offside.
Oh,
it looked like he'd bent his run superbly, Craig, didn't it?
That is very tight. Where's VAR? Do you have it up here?
We don't. We've got a replay there, and we can see by the time he receives it, he's offside. But I thought he'd bent his run really well.
I thought he's done well there.
We can't let. We've got to be honest, though, listeners. We are positioned about 15, 20 yards into the other half, so we don't have the best angle. But it was a beautiful ball from Oji, and for me, obviously, a difficult start at Hartlepool. He's then been very, very solid throughout. But for me, his passing and his crossing has improved in the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, I've been on Chad's case actually a lot. I'll give him quite a bit of stick for his passing at times and his crossing, because I know what he's capable of. Because you can see passes like that, and it's down to him to bring that out more. And the more he does it, I think, you know, for me, he definitely can play a lot higher in football. But it's down to his mentality and if he's consistent. OK, well, I told you Weymouth went ahead against Dagenham, and then Dagenham equalised. 1 minute later, they've taken the lead, Dagenham and Redbridge, so much better from them tonight than they produced here at the EBB on Saturday. The referee's not happy with something. Bit of the multi-ball system.
Yeah, one too many balls.
It's a strange rule, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it was interesting in the opening game of the season when the camera was following the ball and it was tracking the wrong balls this time, but we moved on from that.
Into bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things, exactly. Giles Phillips lifts the ball up. Bettimer can't win it in the air. Halifax do, but they play it straight to James Rowe. Back to Oji. Oji lifts the ball into the left channel. It's not going to be strong enough, and it's an easy win. And Jeff King, the right wing back in this 3-4-1-2 formation for Halifax, plays the ball inside. And now Peter Wild does want his team to play football. You can see that, can't you? I think both teams are trying to play the game a similar way. There's none of this as you sometimes see from National League clubs of just, route one straight up to the big striker.
No, both teams are knocking it around well, but the main thing is they're not really going anywhere with their passes. If I'm playing in this game, I'm quite happy letting them have them sort of passes there and set the traps in midfield, nick it like we have a few times, and try to counter them.
Throw into Halifax up towards halfway. To the half one by Fowler, and it comes off of the Halifax player. We throw into Aldershot now on halfway. Very good evening to Greg Thornett, who says, enjoying the coverage of an exciting game from the warmth of a North London sofa. We hope to see you back here at the EBB as soon as you can make it, Greg. I'm told the ticket sales this evening are around about 150 less than Saturday. Not bad for midweek. Reese, chipping the ball. Not sure what he was trying there. Straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, a little deflection maybe. I'm not sure. Tough to see.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's better than that, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He's definitely better than that.
He's done very well since he's come in.
29 minutes gone here. You're listening to Rob Worrell and Craig Tanner on Shots TV Live. And also on BBC Radio Surrey Sport Online. The ball's in touch again over on the far side in front of the home dugout. And throw-in's taken. Halifax chip a ball over the top, and that should go all the way through either to Brad James if he wants it. He does. He comes and collects. I will just say our best wishes and commiserations to the Aldershot Town manager, Danny Searle, this evening on the unfortunate loss of his father. And I'm sure you and all the players wish Danny all the best.
Yeah, we've got to rally around him like he'd rally around any of us, and it's a really tough one to take. And I'm gutted I can't be out there to hopefully help maybe getting the 3 points of what him and his dad deserve.
Right, Lyons Foster tried to play the ball back to Brad James. It was slightly off target. James kept his composure, and all he could do in the end was hit it across the pitch and into touch. It'll be a throw-in to Halifax. A little bit of a heart-stopping moment there, Craig.
Yeah, that was there actually, out of nothing. I was thinking, is he going to get that? But it kept rolling and rolling.
And it would have been unfortunate because 30 minutes in, Halifax haven't created a clear chance on goal, and Aldershot nearly did it for them there. Ball out to the far side, and surely a foul. Well, is it a foul on...
Yeah, I think we've won that one somehow.
Yeah, well, it's a throw or a free kick. We'll wait and see. Harry Paniatu it was who got some contact in his face. He's brushed it off. He's fine. We'll see what the referee's given now. Judging by the fact that Brad James is coming out of his goal, I presume it's a free kick.
Yeah, unless he's got a long throw, then he should be all right.
Well, it's got to be longer than Shad's.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. He's going to send it long, probably towards Mo.
Okay, let's see. Long, diagonal, up towards Mo Bettimer, and Bettimer can't win it. He's double marked, but it comes back to Shadrach Oji. Oji plays it on the floor in the left channel to Toby Edser. Edser inside to James Rowe. He threads the ball on the floor out to the far side. It's a really good ball to George Fowler. Can George Fowler produce a good cross? He can. It's headed away by Halifax, and they should clear now from the left-back position. They do, up towards the halfway line, and then the ball's missed. Very rare error of judgment there from Giles Phillips, who's been almost faultless since he came into the side on loan from Wickham. Played his first game up at Altrincham.
Yeah, he's had to be faultless, especially with Jay coming back in, so credit to him to keeping the skip out. Halifax coming forward now, and it's flicked on. I think that should be enough on it to get back to Brad James, and it does. I will read this out from Mike Winfield. Some of the things Craig is saying, he's got proper captain's mentality, seems a natural leader with his attitude, giving his peers a bit of stick because he knows they can do better. Sounds like a top guy on and off the pitch. Yeah, I concur with that, Mike. Oh, well, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
That's it. Signed shirt in the post?
Well,
yeah.
I don't know about that. I need to button me up a bit more for one of them.
Ah, I can't believe it. Cody Lyons Foster's gone for the short free kick to the man who won't retreat, Jeff King, and the refs bought it. I must admit, I hated that in all my time playing football. most referees these days won't have it, but he didn't go. Lyons Foster tapped it at him, and Jeff King's gone into the book. Your opinion?
I like that sort of stuff, I'm not going to lie. I quite like the petty side of football and trying to get your opponent booked, and you never know, that could turn into a red card. Fair play to codes, and sometimes you've got to get your little advantages.
Well, there you go. Also backing his teammates when they do the darker side of football.
Of course, big fan of the darker arts.
Exactly. No, absolutely nothing in the contract here that says that we have to agree on things, but there you go.
That's why I kept it in the corner.
Yeah.
For like 6 minutes.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? To be fair, I didn't mind that. Okay, Candy makes a little run. Rowe plays it all to Harry Paniotto. Can he get it? There's a penalty. It is a penalty.
Nice.
Ball into the feet of Harry Paniotto. He's just checked as he went forward, and it's a poor one from Halifax's point of view because his touch was heavy, and I think the best he'd have done was retrieve it on the byline.
Yeah, I do. I think he's lured in something. They're not happy, so it's whether H has conned him here with a little bit of a dive. We need to wait for the replay, but great pass from Rowe, straight into his feet from the free kick. Look how open he is.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised.
Runs him away, takes the man. The man doesn't shuffle across, straight into him. Here we go. Little shimmy. Oh, I don't know. Is that?
It's the 26 who's picked up the booking, Martin Woods.
He's not happy with him.
Still not happy with it, and eventually they'll have to accept it. Halifax, they're not.
Well played. Hey, that all came from brilliant play from James Rowe. Actually, it
and
came from
Chico,
Candy's
and
movement.
Candy.
Yeah, great movement. Took the defender away to open up that sort of pass into feet, and let's see what Mo can do.
Yeah, while all the fuss is going on around him, Mo Bettimer just steadies himself, puts the ball down. 5 goals for the shots this season. Can he make it 6 from 12 yards?
Which way do you think he's going?
It's Bettimer against Johnson. I think he's had 2 or 3 problems putting the ball on the spot, Mo. That sometimes can play a little part. You say which way you think he's going, because you're his teammate.
He is going to go across his body, goalkeeper's right, his left.
Okay, for the benefit of our on.
Nah, he's not. He's going to open his foot up.
He's standing pretty straight on.
He does a run up. He does a little run up.
Sam Johnson shakes his arms from side to side. We're about to hit the 35-minute mark here. A great chance for the shots to take the lead here against Halifax. Still, the referee, Aaron Johnson, not happy with everything. Finally, he blows his whistle. Up steps Mo Bettimer. And he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's 1-0 to the shots. And Craig Tanner, you called it right.
I did. No, it's going to go celebrate with the gaffer. That's what we wanted to see. That's a nice touch from all the lads, isn't it?
It's a lovely touch. And for the benefit of our online viewers, the whole team, not Brad James, but the rest of the outfield players, all of them, over to Danny Searle, and a big hug. Just seeing a replay of the penalty now. Steps up low to the keeper's right. I think if the keeper goes the right way, he'll probably struggle to save that.
He will. He said it with great pace on the floor, zipped on the surface, and terrific penalty from Mo. He's handled the pressure well.
So Aldershot have had to be a little bit more patient. 3 times this season they've taken the lead in the opening 10 minutes here at the EBB. They haven't always gone on to win from there. Today, on their 6th opportunity, to Halifax's 0 at this point, I might add, 36 minutes. The shots take a deserved lead from the penalty spot, Mo Bettimer. With his 6th goal of the season, we're about to get underway here from the kick-off for Halifax, who have won their last 2 games by 5 goals, but they're in a game here against an ever-improving shot side. Good midfield battle there. Poor pass from Halifax across. Shadrach Oji finds the ball in the centre, finds Mo Bettimer in the left channel. He's got an overlapping run from Edsa.
Chico's on. Chico's the ball there.
Yeah, all Rowe dives in a little bit, doesn't get much of the ball. Referee okay with it, and then a good win, is it, from Paniotto? No, and that is given as a free kick. And I think the adrenaline's still flowing through Mo Bettimer's body there. I think he had thoughts of just taking the ball on and scoring.
Like shoot then, yeah.
Well, it was a bit like that moment at Dover, wasn't it, when he just ran and ran, and we thought he's got a couple of good options here to pass, and he just stroked it into the net. It was a great finish, wasn't it?
That was a beautiful goal, to be fair. He's done very, very well.
And you'd have moaned at him if he hadn't scored it. Because I think
you
were one of those players running in, weren't you, Craig?
How do you know that? It's like you're on the pitch.
Torquay United flying at the top of the National League, 1-0 up against Maidenhead.
Yeah, they were a good team when we played against them. They're a very good team.
And Jake Hyde has the ball.
Been their best player.
Cross comes in from Williams. It's held up by a Halifax player. Touch back, really set, but it wasn't strong enough. And Aldershot clear up towards halfway. The Torquay goal against Maidenhead has been ruled out. It remains 0-0 there. And Josh Rees has the ball for shots. Nice pass. Simple pass, but straight into the feet of Chike Candy. Well controlled by him. He just drifts across the pitch now, gives it to OG. And again, there's a big hole there if somebody goes into it. Edsa does, but it was far too well read by
Woods.
Woods. Good spot, yeah. Thank you. Couldn't see the number on his back of his shirt. Very nearly said Neil Byrne, but of course it isn't. He's a different build, but good spread out for Halifax onto the left side now. 38 and a half minutes gone, 1-0 to Aldershot Town. Williams chips a ball over. It should have too much on it. Goes through to Brad James, who catches it and goes down on the floor as if it were the last 10 minutes. Well, it is the last 10 minutes of the half.
Yeah.
And I guess target number one for the Shots, who are playing very well and could, of course, go and get a second, is to get into the dressing room with a clean sheet and have at least that 1 goal lead.
Yeah, we don't want to give them anything to really get their tails up going into the second half. I think we've dominated the play. We're letting them have the ball in comfortable positions and setting traps like we're just trying to do there with Josh Rees. And really, I'm a bit disappointed that it's only 1-0.
Good evening to Brian Bloomfield, listening in Barcelona. I have to say it like that. He'd be upset. He'd be upset if I didn't. Exactly.
I didn't know you were part Spanish.
Can you tell? It's in the heritage, yeah. No, I've had a few summers out there. That's the best I can say, really. But Brian says he thinks it's a dive, but great penalty and in a playoff position. Halifax Town fans, if you're watching and think it was a genuine penalty or a dive, let us know at RobShot66 if you want to tweet me. I'll keep an eye out for that in the name of balance.
Good
And got a stat in from Tim Shots rather than a question, thank goodness. But I'll give it in a minute. Here's Edsa getting to the byline, tries to get his cross in, or he tried to win the corner, but he's still got the ball and he's been held up in the corner flag. And now Halifax win it and draw.
That's what annoys me.
Yeah, draw the foul there.
Just silly fouls in the corner. There's no need for it.
That's the first penalty that Aldershot scored in 2020. Meanwhile, Halifax are on the counter, though. Niall Bell spreads the ball out to the left-hand side and is picked up by...
They've been very, very slow in transition for me, Halifax.
Ball in, King, and it's into touch and away from Cody Lyons-Foster, taking no chances. Wondered for a moment if it had gone behind, but it was just in the open slab, terracing away to our right. I can see somebody going to fetch that, but meanwhile they've got another ball in play. And it'll be a throw into Halifax. We're in the final 4 minutes, or just over 4 minutes of the first half, plus added time remaining. Aldershot Town 1, Halifax 0. You're listening to Rob Worrell and Craig Tanner on BBC Radio Surrey Sport and on Shots TV Live. Aldershot clear the lines up towards Paniati. Neither player can win the first header. Bradbury then heads it back to the number 31, that very experienced Niall Maher, who's also the captain for Halifax. A good header on from Bell into the path of Jeff King, and King tries it early, but it's too strong. I think it was a cross. It ends up bouncing behind the goal at the East Bank end and plays right into Aldershot's hands as they... There's a feel of game management about it. Now they've got the lead, they've played well, they deserve to be ahead, and they just want to make sure that they don't screw it up in the couple of minutes before half-time, which I have to say has happened on a number of occasions, hasn't it?
Yeah, we have been prone to it this season, to making some really silly errors, but we have been slowly ironing them out, and that's coinciding with the wins and the good performances, so we're building a good foundation and just go one game, one win at a time, hopefully. Good
header on from Bettimer, but it goes straight to a Halifax player. Nice ball down the wing, but Cody Lyons-Foster has outwitted Niall Bell. Clears it now, and it comes off of Bell and then off of Lyons-Foster, and Aldershot have conceded a corner. I can kind of see what Cody was doing. He was just letting the player come on to him, and it was a good block from Niall Bell. And sometimes the dirty work you do like that can lead to greater rewards, can't it?
It can. Probably Cody's better off maybe clearing that, seeing as the time we're into the game. Going to have to defend this set piece well, their first corner of the game.
It is indeed. Martin Woods is there, as is Luke Summerfield. That's pulling a couple of Aldershot players out. Referee's not happy with something in the box. There'll be another little delay. It's interesting, he's tried to let the game flow, but there are times...
He's normally very good set piece taker.
Yeah. And again, referee's not happy. And if you were Halifax, I think you'd probably find this quite frustrating because obviously Aldershot have the lead. We're in the final 2 minutes before half-time. Halifax will be desperate to level matters before they go into the break. Finally, the referee blows his whistle. It's played short to Summerfield. Summerfield drags it across the area and is chipped back in and headed away.
Oh, he's in here.
And
unlucky.
Yeah, headed away by GK Candy. He was fouled as he did so. Aldershot Town will get the free kick inside their own penalty area. 43.5 minutes gone.
Strange decision from Halifax there, Rob, wasn't it?
It was a little bit. You would have thought if they were 1-0 up 2 minutes from half time, I could understand that, playing it short from the corner. But if you're a centre forward, if you're a Jake Hyde or a Niall Bell who's just won that corner, give me a cross, give me something I can go and get on.
Yeah, get it in the box. There's 2 minutes to go to half time. Our first corner of the game. Let's see what we can work. A lot of games are won on set pieces, especially at this level.
Okay, we're into the 45th minute now, only just, but Brad James will take the goal kick for shots. Nicely into the Halifax half, but won by Halifax, and the header, though, is just going to run into touch, and Cody Lyons-Foster will be in no rush, I'm sure, to take the throw, even though the ball boys have obviously been told to get the ball back in play as soon as possible. Shadrach Oji says he's not happy with that ball, he'd like the other ball, and I'm sure those viewing supporting the Shamen will find that as frustrating as Aldershot would if the boot were on the other foot, but all part of the game.
It is.
And finally, after a couple of deep breaths, Shadrach Oji throws long up towards halfway. Summerfield wins the header up towards Bell. Nice hold-up play from Bell. Switches it, but the ball's cut out by Candy, and shots look and wonder if they can get in quickly on the transition. Candy plays it back to Fowler. Fowler lifts the ball over the top. Is flicked on. Will Reese get onto this? Yes, he can. He's on the right-hand side, level with the byline. Comes back now. And, is that a foul on the far side or a slip?
He's dived again. Dived on that one, H, yeah.
Harry Paniatu, he's gone down. The referee straight over and shows a yellow card to Harry Paniatu. And to be fair, you called it from here.
Yeah, that's probably not his best dive. I wouldn't call him Tom Daly on that one, but you know, I think the ref's going to give that one, especially because the way the Halifax players surrounded the official giving the penalty. It
does make you wonder if there's a doubt now in the referee's mind of whether he gave the right decision or not. But nothing can be done about that now. Of course, at this stage, we're going to have 2 added minutes, and Aldershot have won a couple of 50-50s. It's lifted up by Reese, headed back from Halifax. Rowe wins it in the air, but it comes forward. There's a nice flick on. Lyons-Foster onto it, takes no chances, put it in the stand. You can almost hear the managers or the coaches' instructions. You're almost at half-time. Don't do anything silly, just clear your lines. Here come Halifax again, and on this occasion Reese clears it up, headed back by Halifax, headed inside from Rowe, and then a first-time volley over the top from Edsa, which Halifax will play all the way back to Sam Johnson. We've got 30 seconds minimum left. A ball well won by Rowe in the air, and then he's beaten to it by Bell on this occasion. Tries the ball straight through the middle. And if there's one thing that typifies Halifax's attempted final passes in the first half, that was it really, wasn't it? Overhit, too straight and overhit.
Overhit, too straight and overcomplicated. I think their gaffer's going to really get into them at half time, so we need to be ready on the for the second half, because I can imagine they're going to come out the traps quick.
We'll see if we've got time to squeeze in this one more question from Tim Shots. Well, there is the half-time whistle. We'll get to that one at the start of the second half, Tim. But here now at the EBB, we've reached half-time, and the Shots, well, have had the only opportunities really in the first half, 6 of them, and the 6th of those was a penalty stroked home by Mo Bettimer for his 6th goal of the season. With his quick summing up on these thoughts on the first half from the Shots, here's Craig Tanner.
I think we've created a lot better chances. I'm just worried about if Halifax maybe sort out their play in the transition, because at times it could have been a bit quicker, but we've set up well defensively, we're looking solid, and we're looking to counter, and
They can potentially continue in the vein they've been in.
yeah, no, I'm a bit surprised, but I reckon they would have had a rocket at half time, there's no doubt. Oh,
Well,
no, hang on a bit.
Giles Phillips has completely missed the ball down the middle. It's gone out to the right-hand side. Halifax have won it. They come inside. It's too strong, the ball, and an opportunity for some early momentum there by Halifax scuppered. And interestingly, he's been a rock at the back for the shot since he came in, but a couple of times tonight completely missed the ball, Giles Phillips. It's unusual, isn't it? But it happens to the best of them.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit surprised he's done that, I think, yeah, twice, like you said. So, let's hopefully he can eradicate that for the rest of the second half, and it's not going to cost us. But again, with the transition at Halifax, again, wasn't good enough. Like, there's a chance there, and they just don't take it.
Goal kick from Brad James. It's kind of flicked on by Reese, or he let it move on, and one or the other. It goes all the way through to Sam Johnson in the FC Halifax Town goal. Niall Bell should pick the ball up here and strokes it out to the left side to Danny Williams, former Fylde player, and I remember he was flying at one point, but he's here from Accrington. And Halifax go all the way back through Niall Maher to Johnson, who plays it forward, and then a well-won header by Shadrach Oji, held up nicely by Bettimer. And Edsa flicks the ball into
nice
Reese. Reese back to Bettimer.
This is where you want Cheeks.
Yeah, Chike shoots, and he's high behind the goal at the East Bank end, and it was a great move, and the finish, has to be said, didn't do the move justice, did it?
No, it didn't. No, I'd back Cheeks there, 1v1. You know, he's maybe just snatched at it. So, but that's great build-up, great link-up play, good win, and good interplay through Josh and Mo.
Goal kick then to Halifax, and quickly that question I promised you from Tim Shots. What schools or local teams did you play for, and did you ever play here at the Rec as a boy?
Oh, wow, what a question. I played for Tomlinscote School. I played 3 cup finals here.
Bear with us, we'll just break off, we'll come back to you. Edsa finds Candy. Candy with the cross in, headed away. Summerfield will pick it up on the edge of his own area, and he shows a bit of composure to find King. King plays the ball into the channel for Niall Bell to chase. He's onto it now, quickly looking for some support. He gets some inside from Woods. Woods goes for the return. Don't think it's quite red, and Oji will get there first. Does really well, gets it out of his feet, plays it down the line, and it will find touch. It's thrown to Halifax. Just quickly finish off, sorry.
Yeah, played 3 cup finals, won all 3. I think scored 6 in one game for Tomlinscote School. And I played for Camberley Town as a young lad.
There you go. Right, ease up now, Tim. Just sit back, enjoy the game. Stop bombarding us with questions.
Oh, no.
But they are good ones. We'll give you that.
I don't mind them.
We'll give you that.
Far away. It's my other knee as well, Tim, by the way. There's another one for
Ball
you.
in, not cleared the first time, but then it is up to
Go on,
Chike
Cheeks.
Candy.
Go on, open your
Got a
legs.
bit of space in front of him.
Go on,
He's
knock
had a
him
heavy
and run.
touch.
Knock him
now
and
he
run.
goes one way, then the other. The ball
good
breaks to
area,
the
Toad.
inside to Edsa. Edsa going to cut back and get it on his left. He can't. Oh, it's a poor pass from Edsa.
Yeah.
Poor pass. Almost sport with options there. And the game is opening up as Halifax comes straight through the middle with Woods. And Woods plays it out to King on the right touchline. He comes in now, pulls the ball back. It's
Good
cut
recovery.
away by Reese, but he can only find a Halifax player. And the ball's picked up by Woods again. And cleared by Aldershot up to Chike Candy on halfway. He's doing well to hold it up. Can he just find a shot to play? No, he underhits the pass, and it's picked up by Danny Williams. Williams
ball.
with the cross in. Header taken on the chest. Offside flag comes. Jake Hyde hits the bar anyway. The flag was up.
Off there. He's at the Denver bar, isn't he? He's been lucky there.
He's at the Denver bar. That can't be a proper one, because Denver is bar. You've got to come up with something else.
He's at the Denver bar, so what am I saying?
All right, then.
You can have that one as well.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Got a few for you.
He's at the Denver. All right. Best effort, best chance by far for Halifax, but it wouldn't have counted. It's offside. But it is their first effort on target.
It's a bit of a warning, isn't it? I did say they're going to come out better, and they definitely have.
Yeah. Jake Hyde would have loved to have scored against Aldershot. I mean, he'd love to score and get his side back level anyway, but obviously as an ex-Woking player, that goes without saying.
He's going to have that sort of connection. He'd be eager to impress, but he's probably been their best player, but he hasn't really had a sniff yet.
To be fair, the position he got it and brought it down, he should have been hitting the target.
Yeah, he should have scored that.
Edsa lifts the ball. It's a difficult one, but Halifax clear it only as far as Rowe. Nice first touch from Rowe. Finds Bettimer. Ball's played back and a nice ball down the line. Edsa, he's barged off. Is it a throw or a free kick?
Free kick.
We've seen it a few times. I think we saw it Saturday, a shoulder barge. In the olden days, when I was alive and you weren't, it was fair game. But these days, if it's a little bit too strong, referees just give a free kick every time, don't they?
Well, I know. It's a real disadvantage for a big player like me, a big target man. It doesn't always work in my favour, does it?
James Rowe, that's 6'7", Craig Tanner talking alongside me. James Rowe's going to swing in the free kick from the right-hand side. Oh, it only needed a little touch.
Oh, how's he missed it?
It spilled behind for the corner.
What a ball.
Yeah, Sam Johnson didn't catch it cleanly, and in front of him, I think Lyons Foster might have been closest and slightest of touches.
Oh, Giles has got a score, isn't he?
It's Giles Phillips' second chance of the evening.
What a ball from Rowe, though, wasn't it?
It was a great ball in. It just needed the slightest deflection.
This is our favourite set piece. Load the goalie, stick it on top. Oh, we're going short.
By the goal, gone shot. You missed training, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Candy back in from Rowe. And it's headed behind by Halifax again. And after an initial bit of momentum in this second half for Halifax, the shots are now responding. They're looking for their first goal in front of the fans at the East Bank end since the crowds were allowed back in. And James Rowe it is that will come all the way over to the near side as we look at it to take what will now be an out-swinging corner.
He's playing really well today, Rory.
He is having a good game. He played pretty well at times on Saturday as well. And it comes to the far post. Lots of headers up.
Ooh.
And do you know what? I thought that, and the referee would concur, the header that came in and didn't go too far wide was from a Halifax player.
That's a strange one.
We see the replay now. It is indeed.
Number 8.
It's the number 8, the guilty party, Kieran Green. Apologies, Halifax fans. I might have called him Martin Woods. I got the numbers mixed up a couple of times. Apologies for that. But it'll be another corner. Third one here then to the shots at the start of the second half. 52 and a half minutes gone. Aldershot Town 1, Halifax 0. This one's taken short again to Paniati. Comes back to Rowe. In comes the ball. And it's a nice delivery, but the referee spotted something in the middle. The flag's not up, so it must have been a little bit of contact.
Bit argy-bargy. I think H has just pulled his man as he ran past, and he went down, and he's got the free kick.
It's interesting. Tell us about this. I know, obviously, free kicks and things, you, Mo, whatever, James, they're going to have a little chat about who's going to take it. But I think on Saturday, Toby Edson was taking a lot of the set pieces, and today it's James Rowe. Does it change from game to game, depending on, what other players are in the team or the opposition?
Yeah, I think more like personnel and maybe their sort of delivery from the previous games, or even in training when we
Here's Mo Bettimer cutting into the edge of the area, squares it across. Reese tries to sort of side foot it outside of the foot, tries to get an effort on target, but it's blocked by Halifax, who playing the ball around in the final third in their own area, and they're coming under some pressure from the shots, but they do well. They keep their composure, and the ball spread out now to this left side, and drilled down. Reese can't quite get a touch. It's killed beautifully by that man Kieran Green. He finds Jake Hyde on the left-hand side, and then a bit of confusion between the two. Fowler will get onto it. I think he looked to try and play it off the Halifax player to win the throw, but it's going to be a Halifax throw. We're in the beginning of the 55th minute here at the EBB, and we're bringing you live commentary from the National League, Aldershot Town 1, FC Halifax Town 0, on Shots TV Live and on BBC Radio Surrey Sport Online. Ball into the area, nicely chested back to Brad James from Shadrach Oji. And you're listening to Rob Worrell, and alongside me, kicking every ball, is Craig Tanner, metaphorically speaking.
Trying my hardest to be out there.
Right, the knockdown is won by Halifax. Niall Bell, good hold-up play, and plays it inside to Kieran Green. Green's robbed of possession, fairly, says referee Aaron Jackson. And Aldershot have it now with Reese, and Reese, Oji, and James Rowe. Rowe tries a ball down the left channel. It's a nice one. It's chested inside by Paniati.
He's in.
Now, Candy's in here on the right side if he can get it. It's a good touch. He gets it out of his feet. Shoot.
No.
Shot comes in. Fair play to Halifax players. Go into ground, putting their bodies on the line. It's blocked behind. Corner to the shots. 1-0. Here's Craig Tanner.
Oh, superb. GK's got his half a yard well. He's worked it well. He's shot across goal, and it's a great block actually from their centre back coming in. I think it's actually their skipper. So it was initially a great ball from James Rowe. Good hold up play from Harrison with his chest down to Toby.
Great stuff. Great to see that Shots TV Live have got the benefit of a few replays again tonight. Just held off on those Saturdays. They wanted to have a clean stream. And I understand by all accounts they did have, which is great stuff. So James Rowe with another corner. Deep to the far post. I think it's going to go over everybody. It's headed away by Halifax. Picked up by Toby Edser. And Aldershot will come out to go back in again now through Shadrach Oji. That has to be over here. It is. And it lands somewhere between the top of the goal and the roof of the East Bank.
It's a great shot.
Shot off target, you reckon?
Yeah, we'll give him that one.
Okay, we're in the 57th minute. It's still Aldershot 1, Halifax 0 here. And Bradbury cuts inside on his left, finds Summerfield. Summerfield slips as he passes out to the right-hand side to Neil Byrne, who bombs forward. And
tackle. Nice, Mo. Great tackle. Now we're on the transition.
Yeah. Coming through, Mo Bettimer tries a ball inside and the Shots players don't quite read it. And Johnson comes out, but he doesn't get the ball from Summerfield, who now kicks long. And up towards Bell, and Hyde cushions the ball. It's played out to the left-hand side to Danny Williams. He's got a bit of room to run at George Fowler. He gets his head down, goes left, squares it, and it's cleared away by Giles Phillips. And into touch and safety first, Craig.
Yeah, we just need to take the sting out of the game. It's getting quite end-to-end at the moment, as just about to make a sub in a minute. But yeah, we need to maybe just kill the game, maybe maybe win a foul or take a bit of time with a throw, and just to kill their momentum because they are picking it up.
In comes the ball, touched down by Phillips into the path of Reese, who finds Edser. Edser finds Mo Bettimer, who's pushed from behind to get a free kick just inside his own half, and it's quickly taken by Josh Reese. Referee assistant on the far side trying to let the referee know that Halifax want to make a substitution. Meanwhile, the ball's still in play, though, and Oji touches it back to Rowe. Rowe gives it back to Oji. Oji thinks about a cross and then goes past one and finds a bit of space on the left-hand side, finds Reese edge of the area, squares it across, and it finds Candy. Candy can't get his shot away. Halifax win it with Williams, and Aldershot playing well here, but they want that second goal to make it a bit more comfortable. There's a deep cross from Fowler, and it's really into an area rather than aimed at anybody, and it'll go harmlessly through and run behind the goal at the East Bank end, and Halifax can make that substitution. And it's going to be Kieran Green who's going off, and coming on Jack Earing. Jack Earing, a midfielder, went out on loan at Spennymoor for a while. He's been at Bolton before. I think he really made the grade there, but second season at Halifax.
He's gone into a little number 10 position, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe play off their two strikers.
Yeah, which basically puts him in the same position that Kieran Green was playing. Jake Hyde spreads the ball out to the right-hand side. It's picked up by Jeff King. Just has to come back. Good pressing from Shots. They win it, but inadvertently pass it down the line to Halifax, who get a cross in. That's behind the goal. Goal kick to the Shots. Almost 59 minutes gone. A couple of other scores to tell you about. Barnet have levelled against Stockport County. However, since then, they've gone down to 10 men. I'm not sure who's been sent off just yet. Hartlepool did indeed beat Kingsley in 2-0. And Chesterfield won 1-0 away at Sutton. What an opening 3 games for James Rowe. 7 points out of 9. And the only team he's failed to beat, Aldershot Town.
Go on the Shots.
Flick on from the goal kick, finds touch, comes off a Halifax player, throw into Shots. Halfway inside the Halifax half on the left-hand side. And they're waiting for that man, Shadrach Oji. And I don't think they are setting up. Well, maybe they are now setting up for a longer throw. Rowe wants it short, but Oji goes down the line in the end. And King plays it off an Aldershot Town player. Gets a bit fortunate, I think, with his clearance, but comes off the Aldershot Town player. It'll be a goal kick to Halifax. They take it quickly. And been a pretty impressive performance for large periods from shots, but it's a slender advantage that they have as we hit the hour mark here at the EBB.
Yeah, the longer game's going on, the less confident feeling, because we've had some big opportunities, Rob, and we really should have at least be two up.
Yeah, here's Niall Bell holding it up. He's got Giles Phillips for company. Phillips touches it out of play. And Torquay United have found their gear again. Ben Whitfield again put them ahead just before half-time. They've gone 2-0 up now. Ben Whitfield is having his own goal of the season competition.
Yeah, he's flying, the lad.
Stunning form, absolutely stunning form. Probably only player I've seen that looks better than him this season. Craig Tanner for Aldershot. In comes the cross, cut out by George Fowler. I hope that checks in the post. And all the way long, all the way through to Sam Johnson. And as Craig says, this is opening up. It's about end-to-end now. And Aldershot Town have something precious. They don't want to give it away easily. Halifax, on the back of 2 wins, scoring 10 goals. It's an obvious understatement. They've got goals in them, and Aldershot have got to try really hard to keep that clean sheet, first and foremost. Here comes Bradbury on the left-hand side. Finds Danny Williams. Williams with the cross. It's blocked by an Aldershot Town player. And then there's a
silly foul.
I think is the word. Capital S there from Chike Candy. It's the sort of silly foul shots we're giving away a lot of earlier in the season. They seem to have cut out of the game. But Luke Summerfield will swing this one into the box. We're approaching 62 minutes. Shots still lead 1-0. You listen to Rob Warren and Craig Tanner here on Shots TV Live and on BBC Radio Surrey Sport Online. In comes the free kick from Summerfield. It's headed in.
There you go.
It's a routine header for that man, Jake Hyde, the former Woking striker, who's put the Shaman back into it here at the EBB. 62 minutes gone. Aldershot Town 1, FC Halifax Town 1.
No, that's disappointing. It's come from a poor foul from GK. I don't know why he's got that. He's just maybe a bit too enthusiastic, but he's got him back going the wrong way, and it's a great in-swinger, and for me...
I wonder if this will be a bearing as we go late on here. Ball's bouncing around. It's picked up on the edge of the area, but almost was actually. Halifax are going to come away for it with Danny Williams, who's finding a little bit more space in this second half. Deep early cross from him. It's headed back into the path of Summerfield, who looks to find Bell. Bell gets it out of his feet and shoots a brilliant goal. Brilliant strike from Niall Bell.
Superb goal. It's a superb goal.
It's great play from Halifax, who've been behind all level for much of this game, but they've scored twice now in 3 minutes, and they lead 2-1 here at the EBB Stadium. Here's Craig Tanner.
Sometimes you've got to hold your hands up and say that's a terrific strike from him. He's got his half yard and he turned and he stuck it in the top corner. It's High's knocked it down. It's a midfield runner. He's turned. Giles can't let him turn there. He's got to be tight to him, but as soon as he's got his half yard, he's fair play. He stuck it in the top bins.
Well, we mentioned he had a decent scoring record at Stockport, but he's come out on loan, and now he's opened his account, or his second goal, I think, for the Shaman. He'll be delighted here. They've outplayed for much of the first half, but they've turned things around here at the EBB, and from looking good for at least 1 point, maybe 3, the Shots have got it all to do here, and just 24 minutes left to do so.
We're going to have, obviously we've got no choice, but we're going to have to respond and get back to what we were doing best. We can't be caught now going into long balls, and get our feet back on the ball, bar a couple passes, get our confidence back up, and chances will come because we have created them. We just need to take them.
Throw into the Shots now on the far side. A little bit of movement, trying to show short for Oji. Rowe desperately trying to find space. He does a little bit now. Gives it back to Oji, but he's overhit it.
Foul throw.
It's a foul throw anyway by Oji. Oh, it's all a little bit flat now, the atmosphere at the EBB, where there's around about 770 supporters in. We'll wait for the official confirmed attendance later, but I understand from Mark Butler before the game that there's around about 150 less than Saturday. Rowe wins the ball, but it's quickly taken from him by Hyde, and it plays the ball on the right side. And Phillips dives in. The referee,
yeah, he's given it.
He's given a penalty against Giles Phillips. He went in, looked like he caught a little bit of the man. I think he's accidentally caught the Halifax player there.
I think he knows it as well.
I think it's going to be a penalty for Halifax. They can put the game to bed here from being behind literally 5 minutes ago. Incredible.
Kamikaze 5 minutes from us, isn't it?
Giles Phillips flew in. We'll get a replay shortly. Shots TV live viewers, I'm sure. The referee didn't give anything initially.
It was the liner, and there's a bit of a delay as well.
There was a bit of a delay. The assistant referee then flagged, and the referee, awaiting that confirmation, was immediately pointing to the spot.
Is he doing it to even it up?
Well, you do wonder. You do wonder. But what a turnaround here for Halifax. What a 7 minutes for them. Trailing at the break. Not a single effort on goal in the first half.
Not a sniff in the first half.
And they've actually, as it stands right now, had 3 efforts on goal and scored 2 of them. And Luke Summerfield, by the way, instrumental in both of those goals. And a player.
Let's have a look.
Right, we're going to see the full replay now, and it comes. And, there's a bit of a coming together.
I don't know if that's a penalty.
It's harsh. It does look harsh. But Jake Hyde is going to get the opportunity to double his tally for the night and potentially put the Shaman out of sight here with 20 minutes to go. Penalty at the same end as it was in the first half for Shots. It's the number 9 again, but this time for Halifax. Jake Hyde against Brad James. Can James keep his side in it? Referee once again making sure absolutely everybody is where they should be and don't encroach. Aaron Jackson.
He's going to go the same side as Mo.
He's given a couple of controversial penalties tonight, one to either side. Up steps Jake Hyde, and exactly the same penalty as Mo Bettimer's. Keeper goes to the left, to his left. Halifax go across the goal, and it's 3-1 to Halifax here at the EBB. 70 minutes gone, just 20 minutes left, and Aldershot need not 1 but 2 goals now just to even get a point out of this, Craig. It's unbelievable.
I know how that is a crazy game of football, really. We've had, like I said, a kamikaze 10 minutes. Chike gave away a free kick. Brad shouldn't have come for the ball. Then Giles let the man turn, but fair play, stuck it in the top corner. And then I do think it's probably a penalty. I hate to say it, but I'm trying to be honest best I can. I do think it is a penalty.
Yeah. It's what we can't tell from where we are is whether it was inside the box or not. But it looked momentarily, Craig, as if Phillips was ahead of the Halifax player. But the Halifax player had momentum.
Yeah. And
they came together. And, well, there was 2 decisions. Was it a foul or not? And was it inside the penalty area or not? And if Halifax felt that some injustice was done at the award of that first half penalty, well, the referee, Aaron Jackson, has certainly evened things up now. And we're back underway here. And the Shots shell-shocked. And 60 2 minutes, they led 1-0. Here we are on 71 and they're 3-1 down. We're going to see some more activity
subs, yeah,
for the shots. They've got the ball over on the far side, and OG plays it off of the Halifax player.
We've got to steady the ship here.
Long delay before the throw's taken. A lot of movement, but you can't get penalised for time wasting when you're 3-1 down. Just couldn't find the option there, OG. Nice bit of footwork to get away from his man, then goes down rather acrobatically. No foul given. Ball's played up to Hyde, who is well underway with his goal tally for the season. Here's George Fowler driving forward. He tries a shot from distance, and it's always going wide.
Yeah, he's got the support runs there as well. A bit disappointed with that one with George.
Goals elsewhere: Notts County 0, Borehamwood 1, Bromley 1, Yeovil 2. And here at the EBB, as James Rowe goes off to be replaced by Jermaine Anderson. Is there a second substitution over there as well?
I think so, if he can sort his board out.
Not at the moment. Well, you can hear on the sound effects microphone the frustration. And the boot's on the other foot now. There was a little bit of end of the first half time wasting. Referee saying the second substitution can be done before the goal kick. Harry Panayatu is going off for the shots, and coming on for the shots is Mike Fondup against one of his former sides.
Not a bad shift from H. Not a bad shift. He's held the ball up well.
He held it up well. He did have that shot in the first half where he dragged it wide. It was not an easy opportunity.
No, I thought Rowe played really well actually today. I thought he was good on the ball. He started a lot of our attacks off and did quite a lot of dirty work. But see what Anderson can come in and do. It's a bit more physical presence.
Yeah, if you weren't with us on Saturday, Jermaine Anderson has come from Bradford. Prior to that, he spent 7 years at Peterborough United. At one stage, he got 5 goals in 4 games when he was about 17, 18 years old for Peterborough, and a lot of big clubs were looking at him. And then guess what happened to him, Craig? A couple of serious injuries. Anyway, let's move on from that.
Yeah, at least I ain't got a serious one, eh?
No, that's it. Tom Bradbury with a throw. Should go through to Aldershot player. It's cleared up in the air and comes back in from ahead of a Halifax player, and then potentially a foot up, high foot. Nothing given. Aldershot come away with the ball. Halifax press to win it back, and well, the referee's given a free kick right on the edge of the box. I've got to be honest, Craig. I thought, if anything, there might have been a foul on the shots player there. How did you see it?
Yeah, I thought it was just going to blow up. I was looking for us all to start jogging up the pitch. So I'm not sure what this. You said it's his third game in third game this season.
Third game of the season. Aaron Jackson. Yeah.
Well,
at this level. Yep.
It's been an interesting third one.
Yeah.
An eventful one.
Yeah. It's a free kick on the edge of the area here, and Luke Summerfield's there. Can't quite see. I'm just wondering, is that Jake Hyde? I can't quite see who the other player is.
Jake Hyde's back post.
He is at the back post. You're
not quite sure who that is. At least the window's cleared.
Yeah, that's true. So Aldershot down 1, Halifax 3. Free kick comes in straight at Brad James. He gathers the ball in, takes a little bit of a follow-up hit from a Halifax player, and feeds the ball out to Shadrach Oji, coming forward, easily cut out by Luke Summerfield, who immediately, having made a couple of the Halifax goals, making sure he knows what's needed from this point on. Reese wins it, loses it again, wins it back, holds the ball up. Cross is going to come in from the far side, headed up in the air, and down the edge of the area. Fondop's got it on the area. Can he set someone? He plays it back to Oji. Cross is going to come back in from Oji now, and it's an easy one for Sam Johnson to catch.
It's a poor ball, that.
And Johnson, in no hurry, understandably, to distribute this. And here on BBC Radio Surrey Online and Shots TV Live. It's Aldershot Town 1, Halifax 3. The Shots, again, not producing the quality in the second half that they did in the first, and not taking all the opportunities that they created, or only one of the opportunities they created in the first half.
They're looking comfortable now in possession, Halifax, knocking it around and dominating possession and really dominating the play.
Yeah, now they've scored 13 goals in, well, not even 3 complete games now. They hadn't created too many opportunities tonight, but when they did,
they took them.
They took them extremely well.
The polar opposite to us, really.
Absolutely. Let's hope nobody switched off on the hour mark, thinking this one's in the bag, and went for an early night, Craig. There's not going to be any rush to take this Halifax. Summerfield's there. Again, they position themselves for the possibility of the short one. I think it's more on this occasion to, well, they might well take it short, but they pulled a couple of shots, players out. In comes the ball. Ref spotted an infringement.
He's probably been the best player on the pitch, Summerfield.
Definitely so. Swung in the free kick for the goal. Great delivery. Heavily involved in the second goal as well. Great turn and finish from Niall Bell. And then, of course, Jake Hyde from the penalty spot. And Mo Bettimer's first half penalty seems a long time ago right now that put the shots ahead.
It does. I think they've, in the second half, they've won the midfield battle, especially with number 10 coming on for them. Not sure of his name. But he's sort of come on and been playing off the front too and causing a fair few issues.
Jack Earing,
yeah, he's come on and he's made some good runs and sort of linked up the play of what they were missing.
Hungbo doing well, gets Fowler away on the right-hand side. Fowler down to the bar. Good cross, can anyone get on it? It's flicked on by Toby Edser.
Oh, it's a silly foul.
Oh, and it is a silly foul from Mo Bettimer over on the far side. Gives Halifax a free kick down by their own corner flag. We've got a player down on this near side as well. Danny Williams, I think it might be. And, well, it really is, for the second time in 3 or 4 days, a game of two halves again, Craig, isn't it? And on this occasion, the Shots heading for defeat unless they can really turn things around here. And at the moment, any opportunity even to build momentum has been taken away.
Yeah, I think we're not helping ourselves at times. We're giving away like then silly fouls, and you can't do it at this level because, like I said in the first half, set pieces at this level is instrumental, and that's really been the undoing of us. And you know, when you don't take your chances like we've had in other games throughout the season, you're always going to have a backup against the Wolves, and especially when you're playing against a team who have scored 10 goals in 2 games. But you look at the first half, they created nothing, and we've given them 3 goals.
One of the reasons that Niall Bell's here on loan from Stockport is good form of Alex Reid, who's scored 2 goals for Stockport County. They lead against 10-man Barnet with 12 minutes to go, 2-1. Here's Williams, but Hungbo does well to dispossess him. He's lacking support, so he's got to take on the Halifax defence. Plays the ball inside. It's not a good one. It's cleared into touch. It'll be a throw-in to the Shots. George Fowler will come over and get ready to take that. Hungbo immediately shows a bit of movement to try and create some space and get onto the ball. Edser makes a run to the line. Missed out into Fondup. Fondup touches it back, looking for Hungbo, but Summerfield clears it only as far as Phillips. Then the ball comes in centrally and it's played down. Lyons Foster is just going to stroke it back to Brad James. Brad James, first time ball, huge clearance up towards Mo Bettimer. But the knockdown's won by Halifax only as far as Anderson. Anderson to Fondup, heads it out to the left-hand side. Bettimer looks for the return. It comes off the Halifax player and into touch. Throwing quickly, taken by Bettimer.
Anderson's looking a good player, by the way, I must say.
Yep. Shadrach Oji squares the ball. I don't think it's going to reach George Fowler. It doesn't. Oh, he takes the ball a little bit in the face, I think, there, Fowler. But meanwhile, Halifax have broken forward. Oh, good strength from Phillips to get in there behind. Good recovery. Plays the ball up to Hungbo. Touches it back to Reese. Reese back to Hungbo. He's got a little bit of space in front of him, but he leaves the ball behind him. He jinks one way and then turns the other. simple ball crossfield to Matt Anderson, who doesn't get the touch he wants. It runs through to Oji, and now Anderson tries a ball through straight down the middle, easy for the Halifax centre backs to cut out. And then Summerfield tries a ball. What a ball from Summerfield! It's offside though. Hyde not happy. He wants a hat trick against the Shots. At the moment, though, it's Aldershot Town 1, Halifax 3, and the Shots desperate to get something back as soon as they can, so at least they can take this one to the wire. Hungbo with the ball in, cleared up in the air by Halifax, flicked on. Giles Phillips gets there first, finds Edsa. Edsa back to George Fowler, and Fowler to Hungbo. Hungbo looks to shift it past his man and go down the line. Danny Williams shepherds it out. It'll be a throw-in to Halifax, who are going to make another substitution here. And coming on for them is Jack Senior. And going off is Martin Woods.
I think Williams for them's defended well, firstly against Chika and then Hungbo, really. We ain't got a lot of joy out of him.
That's absolutely true.
A bit disappointed about how many balls in the box we've put in.
Yep, especially in this second half.
Yep.
Looking at the notes of goal opportunities on my pad, it's literally up to 55 minutes. It's pretty much only Aldershot. And since then, it's only Halifax, and they've scored 3 of their 4 chances, and that is about as potent as it gets at this level of football. Everything going in for Halifax right now. 13 goals in 3 games. It's a bit of a short pass, but it's dealt with well. Ball played out to Danny Williams, who's had to do a lot more of the defensive side of the game than he'd prefer. His ball forward's going to go all the way through to Brad James. He's frustrated with that in front of us here. And James throws it out to Oji. Can Aldershot get back into this? Blocked by Halifax. Oji will get it under control again. Plays it across the back four to Lyons Foster. Foster finds Reese, who lets the ball come out of his feet and nicely leaves his man. Fowler inside, that's a poor ball, but it's poor control, and it's picked up by Reese, who finds Hungbo. Hungbo inside to Edsa. Edsa has a good touch. Gets it out, left foot, shot. Oh, it hits the bar from Toby Edsa.
He's hit the beans on
Brilliant effort, brilliant effort. Bettimer's got it now, edge of the area, tries to play the ball inside. There's a slip. Reese recovers, though. And Anderson will swing the ball out to the left-hand side to Oji. Oji looks to go past his man, but he's been robbed of possession.
3v2 here, 3v2.
Yeah, Halifax have got
big
the counter on.
3v2.
Powerful run down the right-hand side, dragged in. It's a poor pass, cut out by Cody Lyons Foster. What a strike from Toby Edson. You've done that at least once this season, haven't you? Curled in a beauty, and it's come thumping back off the upright.
I've been in that situation. It's not nice. Not nice, but it's a great shot, and it's just unlucky, really. Here we go, watch it back. He's hit the joint, which is even worse.
It's literally hit the joint. Yeah,
hit the joint.
And it's a big dive from Sam Johnson, but
he was waving it goodbye.
He was waving it goodbye, and you know, it's literally in the final analysis, this game's all going to come down to 7 minutes, Craig, where Aldershot Town have lost this, because they certainly played well enough for long enough to have been taking home another 3 points tonight, but a very sloppy 7 minutes has cost them dearly tonight. We've got 5 minutes left plus added time.
7 minutes, 7 chances we should have done a bit better with as well.
Yep.
7 is the number.
Fowler with the ball just inside the touch line, and we're going to have a confirmation of the official Aldershot Town man of the match shortly from Mark Butler. It's George Fowler, and
steady Eddie from George again.
Yeah, he's been steady, but he'll be frustrated that his side have conceded 3 goals in the second half. Hungbo with the ball inside finds Edsa. So unlucky with that curling effort a moment or two ago.
He's got that capability.
It's Fowler into Hungbo. Edsa, and now Jermaine Anderson on the ball. Finds Fondop. Fondop back out to Hungbo. Aldershot need to deliver it into the area.
Turn.
Turn, George. You can get the ball in. In comes the cross. It's to the far side. Bettimer's got it edge of the area. He can't get enough room for a shot. Back to Oji. Cross comes in. It's a header from one of the Halifax centre-backs, and they'll come away with the ball now.
Great tackle.
Brilliant tackle from Toby Edson.
Drive.
He's got a man on the outside. That's Hungbo. Can Hungbo put in the cross? He switches
Chops
over
in.
it. Comes in the left offside. Cross comes in. And Fondop with the near post header that goes wide. And then he sprints after the ball.
Oh, it's frustrating, that one.
Aldershot are giving it all they can, Craig. But for that mad 7 minutes, eh? Goal kick.
Yeah, goal kick. It's a frustrating one. Fondop's in a good position there. He's just got a bit too much on his header, but great sustained pressure, though. That was a big chance. We've had 2 big chances there.
Yeah.
2 big chances. That is the... seem to be saying that a lot.
There's 3-1 home defeats and there's 3-1 home defeats. And what I mean by that is it sounds like a wretched scoreline, doesn't it? But it does not tell the story of the game at all.
We've actually played well in large periods of the game. We've dominated it. Dominated possession, dominated creating chances, final territories, balls in the box. We have a mad 7 minutes, and
we talk about how unpredictable this league is and how difficult it is to get a run of form going. At half time, even up to 10, 12 minutes into the second half, you thought this is the beginning of something here. Aldershot have been resilient for a few weeks. They've come out on top against Dagenham. They're outplaying a good side in Halifax, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And you're looking at no points, and as I mentioned at half-time to the person who talked about half-time league tables, they mean nothing.
Absolute nothing. It only matters at the 90th minute when the ref blows his whistle.
88 minutes gone now here at the EBP. Listen to Rob Warren and Craig Tanner on Shots TV Live and on BBC Radio Surrey Online. Referees spotted a foul, and it'll be playing right into the hands of Halifax and Luke Summerfield, who look to deliver another set piece now for Halifax. And they're heading for back-to-back wins on the road, having scored 8 goals. Halifax Town fans watching and listening, enjoy.
Yep.
In comes the ball from Summerfield. James collects, and what will he try here? He rolls it out to the left-hand side to Oji. He's got a bit of space in front of him. He can make the ground up to halfway now. He's over the halfway line. I think I can see a 3 on the board on the far side. It could be a 5, but we'll confirm that in a minute. Here's Jermaine Anderson. Finds Edsa. Edsa finds Hungbo, who does well to control it because the ball was played just behind him. Plays it back to Fowler. Cross comes in from Fowler. Headed away by...
such a hard ball in that from there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a hard ball.
Always a good run here from...
Oh, very naughty, by the way.
Very good. Very good run. I think Josh Reese has picked up the yellow card. And as the Halifax player goes in underneath Cody Lyons-Foster. It was what did you make of all that, Craig?
I actually originally thought Cody just people's elbowed him and just literally just stuck his elbow in his face. But maybe that's just because Josh Reese tripped him, but it didn't look the most comfortable for him.
No, it didn't. So the referee's keeping up his yellow card average now. And Josh Reese goes into his notepad to join Harry Paniatu earlier. And we are into the 90th minute. We'll see that board very shortly. Ref not happy with something again.
This is what you get for praising the ref up. Saying he wanted to let it roll.
It's not the first time this season that's happened, actually, where they start off having a decent game. He's gone from letting a lot go to being really fussy, hasn't he, in the same game?
Yeah, he has.
And he's given the 2 penalties, both of which I'm sure...
are very questionable.
Yeah, I'm sure Shots and Halifax fans would agree. Both penalty decisions were questionable. Here comes Mo Bettimer, taken down in full flight for Aldershot Town. And Shadrach Oji will take the free kick short. Jermaine Anderson on the ball now. And Aldershot passing the ball around, but they need to get it down the other end and quickly. It is a 5, by the way, 5 added minutes.
5?
I did say that the 3 I thought I could see might be a 5. It might have been a little bit of wishful thinking on my part, but it was true. Nothing wrong with these glasses, Craig.
You spotted everyone.
Yeah. Right, here's Halifax. They'll look to put the gloss on the finish here. And they come down the left-hand side with the substitute, Givaro. I didn't want to say his surname tonight. He's on.
That's good.
Nepo Machino.
Glad you said it, not me, with my speech impediment. Still managing to keep a little bit of a sense of humour here, despite the disappointment. Shots fans, of
course, Halifax fans tuned in will be loving this. And their side will be the ones flying up the table tonight. While Aldershot's momentum is stemmed. Fowler to Hungbo. Hungbo comes inside, headed away. He can't get the ball that comes back over his head, Hungbo. And Danny Williams comes forward on the left touch line. Hungbo does well. He wins the ball. He's worked very, very hard since he's come on. And I know that is the minimum expectation, but he's done really well. Different kind of introduction to the one he had on Saturday, where he had loads of space and cut in 3 times and got shots away. Here comes Jermaine Anderson trying to lift the ball over the top. It's a good ball to Reese, and he can't. Almost a good touch from Reese. He couldn't quite get it under control. Good vision and great pass.
I've been very impressed with Anderson since coming on.
Yeah,
very impressed.
When you see that kind of ball, you think, yeah, that's that. You know, when good players spot that kind of ball. When someone like Josh Reese makes a run like that, you know, he's going to do it, knowing that he wants it to. He wants to pass. He's not going to make it. Exactly.
No, you can tell by the way he approaches the ball and handles the ball as it comes into him. He's got a great understanding.
Here's Javaro on the ball. I remember seeing him on loan at Chesterfield last season from Oldham, I think.
Some great knowledge you've got, Rob, I must say.
Well, I've done a bit of research, but I do remember him, and Chesterfield just called him Javaro. They didn't mess around with that surname.
No, I wouldn't bother.
There's a lot less letters on the shirt as well, isn't it? Right. Here comes Jermaine Anderson, patrolling the midfield again for shots. He looks so comfortable on the ball. Nice pass out wide from Edsa. And it's picked up by Bettimer, sends a cross in, headed away by Halifax. And it's I thought it was a poor header down, but it was good enough to find Neil Byrne. And Byrne's ball out to the touchline comes off an Aldershot Town player. So, well, we're already 3 minutes into those 5 added, minimum of 5 added here at the EBB. The Shots are going to need to score twice in 2 minutes if they're going to get anything out of this game. It looks like this one's gone.
Yeah, looks of it's got away from us.
And it's going to be a trip to Boreham Wood on Saturday. I can tell you now to our BBC Surrey Sport online listeners, there will not be a BBC Surrey commentary from Boreham Wood on Saturday.
I mean, I thought I was good, but I didn't think I was getting you the sack.
Unfortunately, Boreham Wood will only let one BBC commentary team in. Here's Edsa on the ball, trying to get a shot away. Eventually, Halifax clear to touch. The game will be live and available on the internet, BBC Three Counties. And there will, of course, be a live stream if you wish to pay for it. And a Halifax player goes down prior to this Aldershot Town corner. And, well, we're in the 95th minute. I expect we'll go to at least 96 now. The referee is waving the physio on. And despite the fact that he's waving him on, the physio doesn't go on for as long as he can possibly hold out, which makes you think that, well, it makes you question what's going on, but we can never...
game management for me.
Yeah, and the referee making it clear to everybody in the ground that he's stopped his watch.
Yeah.
Cracking game down at Weymouth, where it's now Weymouth 2, Dagenham 3. Gary Michael D says profligacy. Thanks for making me say that word. Profligacy in front of goal has cost us tonight. You're not wrong there. And that in a mad 7 minutes. And it's ended Notts County 0, Boreham Wood 1. And yet again, Aldershot will come up against the side on Saturday. They're in great form. In comes the corner to the far post. The header's won by Lyons Foster. Back in from Hungbo. And a header.
Oh, it's a big chance.
Over the bar from Josh Reese. It is, and the chances have been there. Edsa's curler thumped the upright on 84 minutes. Fondop's near post header on 86, and a third opportunity in the final 10 minutes there for Shots, or in the final 15 minutes, if you like. We're not too far away from the final whistle here, and Reese.
I would have fancied a few goals tonight, Rob. I'll tell you that.
Goal kick to the visitors, FC Halifax Town. There's the final whistle. They've turned it round in the second half. Disappointment, frustration all round for Aldershot Town, who have paid for missed chances in the first half, not putting the game to bed, and once again being on the receiving end of, well, an incredible 7 minutes, some of which they contributed themselves, I think, Craig. But with his final thoughts on the game here tonight, disappointment, of course, Craig Tanner.
Extremely frustrating. I think it's horrible to say a game again of two halves, but more crazy 7 minutes. I think GK obviously gave away the foul. Brad shouldn't have come for the ball. Giles let the man turn, and then a questionable penalty. So all in the space of 7 minutes. So overall, a lot to build on though, actually, with how we played, the chances we created. We've got to take the chances and hopefully move that on to Boreham Wood on Saturday.
Some very, very distraught Aldershot Town players, and they're surrounding the referee there. Danny Searle, Mo Bettimer, Mike Fondop. They're really desperately disappointed with the referee, Aldershot Town, but it is what it is. And they may have been given a slightly fortuitous penalty in the first half. We'll let the boys discuss that again later, as they will, I'm sure, the second half penalty.